technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how to protect your cryptocurrency from those nasty cyber criminals that are on the web. Now, if you have been living in a cave, you probably don't know about cryptocurrency, but if you've been paying attention to recent events, you should know that cryptocurrency is a emerging popular form of currency that is all online. Now, if you have been paying attention, you'll understand that cyber criminals are always trying to find new ways to get access to your money. Now, most financial institutions are pretty locked down, so it's very difficult for criminals to access most of your larger financial institutions, which leads them to target people who are now investing in cryptocurrency as a way to either make money or as a way to get away from the limitations of what happens with the bank. Now, with cryptocurrency, you are in control of your currency. It doesn't matter if you're using Bitcoin or some of the other companies out there, that money is yours and you can do whatever you want to with it. But without the umbrella of a bank, it can definitely become a challenge as to how you're going to keep that cryptocurrency out of the hands of criminals. There's a lot of ways that cyber criminals can get access to your cryptocurrency. And if you are experienced in computers, obviously you know what you need to do in order to protect yourself. Mostly these tech tips are designed for people who aren't as tech savvy. So here I am not to show you how to get cryptocurrency, but if you're using cryptocurrency, these steps are designed to help you keep your cryptocurrency safe and out of the hands of criminals. Because once criminals get a hold of your cryptocurrency, it is very hard, if not impossible, to get those coins, whatever you want to call them, back. So let's look at some tips on how you can keep your cryptocurrency safe. So tip number one is, if you're using a online wallet, you want to use a strong password with your cryptocurrency wallet. It's almost like the wild, wild west when it comes to cryptocurrency. Remember the days, and some of you may not, when you carried cash in your pocket. If you laid your cash down and forgot about it, or if someone reached into your wallet or pocket and grabbed your cash, then it is gone. So think of cryptocurrency like that, and you want to do everything you can in your power to keep it safe. So using a strong password on your wallet or your cryptocurrency wallet is a good idea. Strong passwords obviously should not have to do with anything that you've talked about on social media. When you think of strong passwords with cryptocurrency, you need to think of the strongest, because you could have a lot of money in your wallet, and you definitely want to make sure that you are using strong passwords. Now, you can utilize websites that generate strong passwords for you if you have a problem, and most people do, because we have a tendency to gravitate towards passwords that are connected with items that we use on social media or things that deal in our personal life. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, you definitely need to update your game. I can't believe I got that tongue tied, but it seems like I do that in videos nowadays. But anyway, when it comes to passwords, you might want to consider using passphrases for your cryptocurrency wallet. I talk about passphrases all the time, but basically a passphrase is two unrelated words that are put together along with a series of numbers and special characters to create a strong password. So a good example of a strong passphrase would be maybe purple tiger or bumpy desk. Things like that are strong passwords that can be used in order to make sure that your cryptocurrency wallet is safe. But better than using an online cryptocurrency wallet, my best suggestion is to use a hardware wallet. Now, hardware wallets are items that allow you to store your cryptocurrency offline. And probably that is the best suggestion when it comes to cryptocurrency, is that you don't want any traces of it online. Again, think of the scenario where you're carrying your cash in your wallet. You're responsible for it. The days of keeping your cash under the mattress, that's cryptocurrency. You are in control of it, and you need to do everything in your power to make sure that your cryptocurrency is safe. So using a hardware wallet as opposed to storing it online on a wallet would be a good idea. In fact, if you want that cryptocurrency handy where it's online, you want to make sure that you're storing very little of it online, and make sure that most of your cryptocurrency is being stored offline. Another alternative to using a hardware wallet is that you can use a paper wallet, meaning you can print out your cryptocurrency and keep it in a safe place to make sure that criminals don't get access to it. Again, if cyber criminals get access to your cryptocurrency, it is gone. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, it may be tempting to keep a lot of that information online, but those are the last things that you want to keep online so that criminals don't get access to it. Next would be using two-factor or two-step authentication on your cryptocurrency accounts. Reason being, criminals are targeting cryptocurrency, and anything that you can do to keep your account safe is advisable. Now, if you're not familiar, two-step authentication means that there's two steps in order to log into your account. The first normally comes with you entering in your password or passphrase into your cryptocurrency account. The second step of that would be either to have an authentication code sent to you via text message or email, but better yet, look at this graphic here. One of the things, if you can enable it, is to use Google Authenticator as the second step of your authentication. Now, the way Google Authenticator works is that it's an app that you download onto your smartphone, which randomly generates a 6-digit code every 60 seconds. Now, with the Authenticator, you can be rest assured that criminals aren't going to be able to intercept your cryptocurrency, because with the Authenticator, it's all done from your mobile device, which is constantly generating new codes, allowing you to utilize that second step of the authentication process to get into your digital media or digital coinage account. So really consider that, because criminals are getting access to smartphones and emails, and they can intercept your second authentication if they're able to access your email, or if they're even able to access your smartphone, which can be done through SIM card scams, which is another video I did earlier, so check that out. Now, the next thing that you want to consider to make your cryptocurrency safe is to use small transactions and use different exchanges when it comes to those transactions. Now, when you use small transactions for your cryptocurrency transactions, it means that you're not at risk of losing as much cryptocurrency if you were to work with a bogus exchange, or if the exchange was hacked. Smaller transactions put your money at less risk, because obviously you're exchanging with less cryptocurrency. Different exchanges, using them is a good idea, because if one exchange turns out to be faulty or bogus, then you won't have as much money tied up in one cryptocurrency exchange, putting you at risk of losing more money, as opposed to using different exchanges and using smaller transactions to make sure that you are staying on top of your currency and making sure that you hold on to as much of it as you can. Because if you use cryptocurrency, you know how hard it is to obtain it. Now, another tip that I would highly recommend is that don't use cryptocurrency wallet hosted by providers. Why is this? Because those providers are out there to keep your cryptocurrency safe, correct? Well, in this age of cybercrime, those providers are targets from cyber criminals. They're always trying to find ways to get into any financial account, whether it be a traditional bank or cryptocurrency providers. So you don't want to risk storing wallets that are hosted by providers. It definitely puts your cryptocurrency at risk and means that criminals can get access to your currency, which obviously you don't want to do. Another tip that you want to utilize, and I'm going backwards in my slides, so let me go forward, is to don't share your private key. I love doing PowerPoint, but sometimes when I get on that mouse scroller, I go the wrong way. So avoid sharing your private key with anyone. That includes family members. Again, if someone has access to your private cryptocurrency key, that means they have access to your cryptocurrency. So make sure that you're not sharing your private key. Some of the things that can happen when you share your private key is that if you store your private key on an online service, like let's say you decide to put your private key in OneDrive or in iCloud Drive or Dropbox, it definitely is a target for criminals because criminals try to get access to cloud-based accounts because they know people are storing that information or important information in cloud storage accounts. It's convenient for you to be able to have access to specific documents if you store them in cloud storage services like Box or Dropbox or OneDrive or even iCloud Drive. But you definitely want to make sure when it comes to your private key, you do it the old-fashioned way. Write it down on a piece of paper and make sure that you keep it in a secure place. Hopefully you can put it in the noggin of yours, but just in case you goof up and forget, write it down and keep it somewhere safe and secure to make sure that you are keeping your cryptocurrency accounts safe. Now, another tip that you should use is to beware of malicious apps. Now, most people are doing cryptocurrency exchanges from their smartphone, and there are malicious apps that are out there that, if downloaded on your smartphone, can find out your cryptocurrency secrets and get access to your account. So when I talk about being aware of malicious apps, watch what apps you download from the App Store, specifically if you own an Android device. Android App Store, or the Play Store as I should call it, is monitored but not as scrutinized as the Apple Store or the Apple App Store. So make sure that you're vigilant about what you're downloading onto your smart devices because it definitely could be an app that is designed to make sure that a criminal gets access to your crypto information. Another thing that you should be aware of too with your malicious apps is to ensure that you're being careful where you're using your smartphone and what networks you're connected to when you're making electronic currency exchanges. Now, under normal circumstances, it's kind of a challenge to get into your smartphone to access the personal information on it or the financial information on it. But you never know whose Wi-Fi network you're connected to. So if you have to make exchanges, do it from your cellular network as opposed to hopping on Wi-Fi. And just be aware of your surroundings, where you're connected, to make sure that someone isn't trying to get between your device, meaning a computer, or a smartphone, and is intercepting your electronic currency exchanges. So please, if you're using cryptocurrency, you need to take extra care in making sure that your information or your currency is safe. Criminals are always trying to find new ways to scam people. So always, 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 especially with cryptocurrency, make sure that you are being safe with your exchanges. Make sure that you are keeping close tabs on your currency so that you don't get scammed out of your hard earned cryptocurrency. With that said, if you have comments and questions about ways to keep your cryptocurrency safe, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't ask me about what cryptocurrency to get. That's not what this tech tip video is about. So as always, be sure if you like this video to like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Be sure to share this video with your friends. And speaking of liking and subscribing and all that stuff, be sure to follow myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, or my company, Integral, on all of the social media platforms listed above. There are hundreds, I guess I can say that, hundreds of tips and tricks that are designed to help you get more from the technology you use at home and at work. With that said, I love technology. I've read all the manuals and I'm serious about making technology fun, safe, and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.